We are continuing our live team coverage of the Ray Tenzing murder trial from the Hamilton County Courthouse. And I want to bring in now defense attorney Martin Pinales. By the way, thank you so much for coming down at 7 o'clock on a Thursday evening to talk to us about the developments in the courtroom today. We appreciate that. All right, today, witnesses for the prosecution, witnesses who talked about all kinds of different things, but importantly, they showed Ray Tenzing's interview by the Cincinnati Police Department. What kind of effect does that have on a jury?
Well, it has a joint effect for both sides. From the prosecution side, it shows that this was not a mistake. It wasn't done.
That he did admit to it?
That he did admit. Well, this case was never who did it. The question is why and in what circumstances.
It seemed like the biggest testimony today came from the body camera video expert who broke down that video and showed, perhaps he wasn't being dragged here. At least that's what they say. What kind of effect does that have on a jury?
Well, obviously, an expert gives testimony as an expert, and in this case, frame by frame by frame. And the judge will tell the jury at the conclusion of the case that an expert is to be considered same as any other witness, and the jury may believe all, part, or none of what a witness says. And so they have the opportunity of viewing that video themselves and drawing whatever conclusions they may have.
So it was interesting. I would talk to people here who saw all the testimony. Some people said that was a slam dunk for the prosecution. Others said, we don't really know yet. So it just takes one to say no, right, on a jury.
That's correct.
So what does the prosecution have to do at this point to prove their case beyond a shadow of a doubt?
Well, they have to prove each element to each juror. And that is not an easy task in any case. But in this case, because of the emotion being so high, will be a difficulty.
All right, so it's going to be an interesting case going forward. I could read to you a quick text I've gotten from Joe Dieters over the last couple minutes. He said tomorrow a use of force expert, a criminologist, multiple criminologists will be joining, will be witnesses for the prosecution. Then after that, there will be more witnesses. So it looks like this case is definitely going to go into next week, at least at this point. But for now, let's send it back to you guys in the studio.